All right, so welcome to Monetize Before You Buy It. So, this is a concept that I suppose we have been using in my clinics, Urba, for a very long time. And I actually did a digital marketing course about 2 years ago. And this guy, James Wedmore, he's incredible. And he was the person that I worked with to learn how to deliver online trainings. I had no idea how to turn on a computer, how to do a recording. I didn't know about all these types of tech that you have to set up. So I invested heavily in a really good program, and he taught me a module in that program called Monetize Before You Make It. Monetize Before You Make It was a concept for creators who built online courses. It took me about a year to build BBM, the course, the way I wanted to. And honestly, it took me 2 years, if I'm going to be completely honest, because the first year I was trying and fiddling and couldn't figure things out. And it really did take that long. So it's a huge investment of time for somebody to create an online course. But what people found was sometimes they would build this online course and then nobody would buy it. So it was a really big put off for anyone in the industry who wanted to deliver trainings or coaching or mentorship or anything like that online. Because what if you spent a year building something or writing this book that nobody would buy? So the concept was that you would monetize your concept before you invested. So I've kind of transferred this idea into a marketing module, which I'm including into my lift and sculpt facial massage training, because lift and sculpt is obviously just one of those really, really easy ways to get a team member or yourself or your full team trained and to monetize. So I'm including this module here. It's also inside my main BBM program because it's not just relevant for lift and sculpt. We apply this before we purchase a machine. So I've many times done launches on a machine that we hadn't even trained yet. So I'm going to just teach you the steps and give you some inspo on how you can implement this in your own business. So the idea is to generate revenue. So this document is inside the module underneath this video as well. You can, with all these documents, I've just left them all in Google Drive so that you can make a copy if you want to, like, edit or copy and paste or work with it yourself. So what we're going to do is just give you a pre-sale strategy that will work for you, and also how to ethically sell something that you haven't either put in your clinic yet or mastered yet. Okay. I'm also going to just do a really good pricing model for you just to get you off the ground, and that will really convert and it will really entice your clients to purchase. And we just have a little bit of a timeline. So I've done a 1 month timeline from announcement to getting that cash into your bank. So I kind of feel like the original model is broken when you're purchasing a machine or you're doing a training. So, if you spend a lot of money or time on yourself or your team, it's top heavy. You're really eating into your cash flow before you're making any money back on the service. And then often there is a period of like wanting to feel ready. And sometimes if we don't do a training and then start practicing really quickly, I feel like it can put us off a little bit. Now, not always, depends on the treatment, but I know anytime I've sent any of my team members on training or anything I've done, I pretty much get them booked with models as soon as they get back into the clinic, because it just it gets their confidence up. I've personally done so many courses where I've left them sit. At one stage, I did a semi-permanent makeup course, spent, I don't know, 2.5 grand, and I didn't have models booked that week. Came back into the clinic, got really, really busy, and actually left it for a year or two and ended up having to reinvest in a full new course again because I just hadn't taken action quickly. So this eliminates that as well. And also you're kind of trying to do that while you're finding clients, and it can be a little bit overwhelming. So yeah, zero revenue mounting costs. It's just not good for your cash flow. So the solution here is we're going to flip the model. We're going to do it backwards. Sell first, deliver later. And we're going to get you paid while you're still practicing or learning. And you're going to launch with momentum, meaning you're not just kind of hoping, you're launching already excited to get really good at this because people have already booked in. So yeah, it's really good. So you can do this, but you can actually launch this before you even do the training. I've often said to people as well, if anyone, invests in my programs, invests in one-to-one mentorship, I always like people to feel like they've made their return on investment super fast. So any money you invest with me or my programs, I want you to feel like you've made the money back. So on occasion, I've even said to people with Lift and Sculpt, why don't you go ahead, start advertising it as soon as some people have booked, purchase the course and give yourself a couple of days. So What they did was, before they'd even purchased, before they trained, they future dated a campaign for about 2 weeks in the future. They spent a week or two doing some promos, some marketing, and the books started to fill. So I said, when you've 10 bookings in your booking system, then you can purchase the course, and it takes 2 days to train. And they did it. So they had monetized the course and made money off the course before they'd actually even purchased it. So that's something that it's very, very interesting. And that's the way to do it. I always say it's better to try and, it's not always, but I bootstrapped my business. So if I needed a new machine, I tried to find a way. I've only ever financed one machine, and I've never taken bank loans. I've always been very creative on how I would get a new machine or a new service into my business. So yeah, so what if you could have clients booked and paid before you even finish training? So the pre-sale strategy and why it works. So basically there's a psychology behind it. People will buy on exclusivity, first access, like founding member status. So like, the first part, the first cohort, the chance to be a part of something new. So it's much easier to generate revenue from your current client base than it is to find new leads. But indeed, you can do a lead marketing campaign on your socials. You can do paid advertising. So it doesn't have to be just to your current, but you will find that your current client base, especially with something like Lift and Sculpt, are going to jump all over it. It's really, really good. So they always want to be, the first in, chance to be part of something new. And it is obviously going to be, in the beginning, I'm going to advise that you do discounted pricing. So it's obviously positioned correctly. Okay. So the deposit will lock in client commitment, and then that gets you motivated to actually get going. And it's guaranteed bookings, and it's revenue certainty. And as I say, it's very fast ROI, which is like, when I spend money in my business, the first question I always ask is, what do I get here? I have invested so many, I don't want to go on a tangent now, but like I've invested so many times in this person or that person or this social media guy or this website guy or this content creator, paid a ton of money. And then in the end, everything they promised was kind of just like all wishy-washy. And I have learned to ask for clear deliverables. So I always ask the question, what is in it for me? So I'm just going to give you the business case. So immediate benefits. Revenue is going to cover your investment. Guaranteed return on investment. Early clients will actually become your testimonials. Bit sneaky, but it is true. When people get early offers, they're actually even happier to have had the treatment, and they'll generally be more inclined to leave because, for example, Lift and Sculpt is so good for getting reviews. People obsess. They're so happy when they come out of it. They will 100% leave a review. And all you have to do is just ask those clients, say, you're our first clients. Any chance you could leave a Google review? It's going to be very helpful for us when we properly and officially launch. I've never had anybody say no. They will do it. So your testimonials will sell more than any marketing campaign ever will. Testimonials, 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 like proof that it's good, proof that people like it, I think is the best way to market services like this. So you are also practicing on paid clients. You're not doing the free model stuff. Free models are great for one or two maybe, but yeah, that thing of doing a lot of free models it's very unrewarding. Long-term benefits is you're starting to build momentum and raise brand awareness before you've even had your official launch at full price. You're also testing the pricing and positioning, and it will create a little bit of a, word of mouth buzz. So you're entering the market with social proof already established, which is amazing. Now, transparency and being ethical. So be clear, I'm launching a new treatment. I'm offering founder member pricing. What does that mean? You're the first to try it. Clear expectations on timing. This is usually a 60-minute service. Please allow 90. Whatever it is that you need to do, make sure you over-deliver, under-promise, over-deliver on the experience always for happy clients. So we're not lying, you're not charging full price while you're still learning, and you're not hiding that it's new. You are giving early access, being honest, and that is real value for your clients. So it's building the business strategically. Now, in here, I just got ChatGPT. I put in all my information and I put in a timeline, an example if you're going to do 4 weeks. You can do this in 2 weeks. You can do it in a week. You can do it in 8 weeks. This is just an example of a timeline. You all should be using your AI models, train them on your own marketing strategies, train them on your language, and yours will be. So this could be something that you copy and paste, input it into your model, and have it give you back. Would say at this point, my marketing is like 80% of the way I will use my model. Like I don't use ChatGPT for my marketing, but at least 20% of it, like you need it to be really authentic as well. So it has to sound like you. But here's your timeline. So decide on your treatment, purchase training, create your package, set your pricing, and prepare your messaging. So that's what you're doing on the first week. Okay, I've just given some examples there. There's some communication strategies. So, like, maybe doing a soft announcement to your initial clients. So, maybe sell the first few within the business. Your email list are all probably current clients, or you can actually send out a WhatsApp or a text message to your top 20 clients. Also, in person mentions, just letting your clients know. So, it's quite soft. There is some scripting. I always give that to my team members. Creating demand then on the second week. Strategy here is behind the scene posts, maybe images of you completing training, why you chose it, what makes it special and different. Your excitement is going to get your clients excited. Also, it's really good for educational at this point. So benefits of the treatment, obviously not the technique, like what's in it for them. Always thinking what is in it for them, what are results to expect, and comparing it to other treatments, which is really good. So there we go. I just have an offer structure. This is using our 125 price point for Lift and Sculpt. You can edit this. So daily actions this week, you want to give it a mention every day, maybe Monday email, Tuesday, get it out, do a carousel or, social media post. Wednesday, maybe send some DMs. Thursday, you're chatting in clinic. Or I would do a lot of these concurrently. Like if we're doing in clinic, I'd be chatting all week. But these are just some focuses for you. So get excited about it. Then before you launch, you do want to get your practice and deliver session. So finishing your models, practicing your techniques, getting yourself ready to work on models. Initially do, a lower rate, 40 to 60. Do a couple of models, whatever that is, 1, 2 models, whatever you feel that you need. But at this point, you are ready to deliver to founding members. So you can already have had your booking system open with your introductory offer and they can already be booking. So you can have it open from the first week, practice in the second, and week 3 ready to go with your paying clients. So those are just some pricings, and that's an example there, 3.5 grand before you even do your official launch, which is nice. So I just have some more tips for week 4. Creating urgency, reminding people that this intro price or founding price is ending on date, sharing those testimonials from the first 2 weeks with your models. You should have some before and afters, and then create some urgency for those last spots. Okay. And then you're going to introduce your regular pricing, bringing in, your 125, your packages, and that's it. So basically you are just going to start your full pricing then at that point. So it's really nice. It's a quick run in, lots of real value for your clients, lots of practice time for you, but also an opportunity to get lots of case studies and testimonials. So just a case study here from one of my one-to-one clients. So this lady was actually training 2 team members. She had an advanced clinic, 2 of her therapists left very close together. She was then left with 2 brand new, not brand new, but not really trained on her advanced treatments. They had been in beauty and skin, but not skin to advanced. So she had a good bit of training to do. I was working with her and I gave her the idea to launch Lift and Sculpt, the facial massage training. And she did the training very quickly with 2 girls, and she implemented this strategy. So she got it up to, she's a huge skin base. That's all they do. So they were able to get 4 clients a day for each girl at €80, which was really good for the client base. Really exciting for the lady who owned the business because she got a chance to catch up on her clients, because what was happening was she had to take herself off the diary to train the 2, which meant all of her revenue was gone. It was actually a really hard month, 8 weeks for her, but this really took the sting out of it. So the ladies were able to tip away, work away, and they generated in 2 weeks, 6.5 grand, 6.4. So it was really, really good. So that was just them doing 500 a day each. Very doable, especially when you do a little bit of marketing like this. Part 4, you can go through this in your own time. It's just a 1, 2, 3, 4 reminder. This is the January Advantage. It's a great time to do the Lift and Sculpt launch. And even if you're not doing Lift and Sculpt, it could be Glow into the New Year. Whatever you're launching, I find December, January can be really good because people are already buying gifts, they're spending, it's self-care. Everyone has an extra few bob in the Christmas period. And you're also getting ready for that part of January where it is a little bit quieter. So you can have pre-bookings. And also people are like motivated in January. And January is such a cold, dreary month. I think people will look after themselves, self-care. So a little bit of new year, new you positioning. I do have some scripts and swipe copy for you just on your social media posts, but in all fairness, these don't have much personality. These are just ChatGPT prompts. Like, you can use them as a template and get them to put your flavor for your personal brand or your business on them. Okay. The scripts can be really good. And then I just have some FAQ stuff. I give these to my team members. So when I'm launching a new treatment, I actually go through FAQ scripts with them. So when they're on the floor, everybody's answering the same way. These are really, really valuable. And your team will appreciate them actually. And I remember when I learned about doing scripting, it was a good few years ago. I remember thinking, oh my God, these girls are going to think I'm micromanaging and I don't trust them. The complete opposite was the effect. They absolutely loved it. So that is just some content templates for you. So yeah, mindset shift. No more of this like, oh, I need to practice first. I need to have the money first. I launch when I'm ready. I should do loads of free treatments to build confidence. What if people don't think I'm good enough? It's not the case. When you're trained and transparent about being new, your clients are going to love it. You're giving them founding member pricing or, intro pricing, which is going to account for the learning curve, but they're going to love it anyway. And really, they are going to pay you while you start to practice. It's really good business. Builds up client relationship, client support, and they'll feel like they're kind of on the inside as well. So they'll love that they're the first people. So the power of paid practice is your clients will take it seriously. They will show up. I don't know how many times I have put model slots on my diary and they didn't pay a model training fee and they didn't show up. It's crazy how people, if they're not invested, they just forget about it. And then if they had, a deposit for a €650 microneedling or radio frequency session, they would be there. So I want you to stop launching with no revenue, flip your mindset, get launching and marketing before you spend. Whether it's lift and sculpt, whether it's a new treatment, whether it's a new laser, launch with momentum before you spend your money. So there you go. That is the Monetize Before You Make It module. It's very, very quick. I have a few other modules inside the program, and I have anything else that I come across that I think could be helpful for you. It's popped in below. So yeah, any questions, info@debbiemulhall.com. Go make loads of money.